Hello and welcome to Cambridge School of Creative Industries' first podcast. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Professor Sally Wade, who is our Vice-Chancellor and Dean of the faculty. I should also introduce myself. I shouldn't forget who I am. So I'm James Warden. I'm head of school. So I'm head of Cambridge School of Creative Industries. So Sally, my first question is to get you to talk to us a little bit about your role here at ARU.
Okay, thank you, James, and welcome everyone. So the faculty is Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, and we have 3 schools in the faculty. So we have Cambridge School of Art, we've got Cambridge School of Creative Industries, and the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. And really, I suppose, in simple terms, my job is to lead the faculty with my colleagues, which are a great leadership team, to make sure that the faculty and its 3 schools provide the best experience we can for our students. And that's our primary aim. And what I mean by that is everything from supporting students while they're with us in Cambridge, and making sure that everything that they do is relevant, that the courses are lively and they're contemporary. We engage externally with our communities and with industries, and also that we provide the right equipment and facilities for our students, because we have a lot of very practice-based disciplines, and this is fundamentally important. And it means our students, when they do leave us and they graduate, they're well equipped in their future careers.
Great. So a small job there then.
Yeah, it's a tiny job.
Now, I'm guessing, Sally, you didn't get this job overnight. So what was your professional background and how did you actually get from when you graduated, for instance, and what subject you were in to how you got to where you are today?
Okay, well, this is a bit of a history lesson, this. So I studied textile design initially, and I particularly specialised in knitwear design.
Right.
And at the time, we had a very large, thriving textile industry and clothing industry in the UK, and I worked in the industry. And I also had my own studio, probably for around the first 10 years after I graduated. Right. Okay. So I worked for various names that used to be fairly well-known household names then, like Courtaulds and so on and so forth. So I did that, and I was doing a bit of part-time teaching, and I really enjoyed it. And I took the decision to focus much more on that. So I started teaching, and then I became later on particularly interested in creative education, not just in my discipline. So I suppose the study I did after that, postgraduate study, was much more around creative education. Right. Across a range of art, design and media subjects.
And so now I'm guessing, how do you have any free time which you can still enjoy these creative practices or into that aspect of that, or are you just stuck at the desk 24/7?
I'm not quite stuck at a desk, because I think with all this and working in education, it's very much a people job. So you're very involved with the people and the students and the staff that you work with. So I still do a lot. I don't make things, I don't create things in the same way as I used to do, but I do quite a bit nationally around promoting creative education, right, art, design and media, and very much on a national scale, and working with other universities and making sure that it's recognised for what it is in terms of its contribution to the economy and to industry.
Yeah, that's great. And so no doubt your job is a little bit challenging, but what particularly drives you to you? What excites you about coming into work and coming to ARU in the mornings?
Well, I think I've been doing this job here for about 2.5 years, and there's a long tradition in these subjects at Anglia Ruskin. So Cambridge School of Art, for example, is one of the oldest art schools in the country. Right. Yeah. And so we've been doing it a long time. So there's a great deal of expertise there, as well as having practiced this throughout the years. So a lot of colleagues are very experienced in what they do. They've got very good reputations, and some of our courses have fantastic international reputations. And I think the motivation for me, in not just beyond working with this team of colleagues, is seeing it grow. Yeah. And particularly the way in which these subjects can contribute within a wider university. So how we start to work in creative subjects, but also with colleagues from other disciplines, is of real interest. So that sort of interdisciplinary work, that type of thing. And the other big driver for me at Cambridge has also been, I think, about our reputation. So we do have a strong reputation, but it's great to see that continue to grow and to build it. Because the better our reputation for what we do and what the staff do and what our students do, the easier it is for our students to find jobs and be recognised when they leave us. And that's really important.
Yeah, that's good. I went to the 20-year Children's Book Illustration celebration event last week, which was great in the Ruskin Gallery. It was really exciting to see all those graduates from 20 years ago. It was really exciting, so that was great. So is there anything sort of exciting which is happening to the faculty or to the schools which you could talk to us a little bit about now?
Yeah, I'd say one of the biggest projects we've got at the moment is the commitment from the university to move us all to one part of the campus. So we're developing something that we're calling our Creative Quarter. And this is very much going to open up the back of the campus in Cambridge. And we very much want it to be a place where we can work with our close community. So where people from outside the university feel they can come in and they can work with us, and it becomes a creative hub, not just for ARU, but for Cambridge. Yeah. And that's a really exciting proposal. And we're just completing the feasibility study on that. Right. And it's all going extremely well. So we've had lots of really exciting conversations with colleagues about what it should look like. And we've also had, as part of that, some considerable investment.
Oh, okay.
So, as I said, we rely a lot on our equipment and our kit, whether you're a film student or you're a fashion student or a fine art student. And we've had some commitment for new equipment and technologies, particularly very recent digital technologies that we can use with our students. So although the actual building phase might not happen for some months yet, there's already that investment in the courses, which is really exciting.
No, that's great, because I really like that entrance which goes out to Mill Road at the back, because Mill Road is such a nice little street, isn't it, of all the independent shops and cafes and quite a lot of creative stuff happening down the road, which sounds very good. That's great.
Yeah, it's a very quirky part of Cambridge, I think. And I think that openness for us, for our students, that sort of permeability where people come in, because we do live performances, we have films, we have exhibitions, we've got a gallery and a theatre. So now we're opening up again after COVID. It's great to see all that coming back on stream, and we want to involve as many people as possible in that.
Great. I feel a bit mean asking this question now because you've kind of answered it already in certain ways, but sort of looking forward, what do you see is your future vision for the faculty?
Well, I think one of the things that we've talked a lot about is because we have these three schools with their different traditions, it's very much about how we all work together. So how our students in very creative disciplines, whether that's in art and design or whether it's more media focused, can work with colleagues in humanities and social sciences. So we're kind of looking at our students going out with a much broader understanding of how their particular subjects that they study can be influential in a wider sphere in terms of culturally or societally going out into the wide world when they leave us. And I think that's what's unique about the faculty. So it's working on how we all start working together and looking across, developing joint courses and giving students opportunities really to come together and think about themselves in that bigger context rather than just as a designer or a filmmaker, for example.
Yeah, but that's great. That collaboration is really important to all those areas of our industry, isn't it? And I think you've almost done a plug almost for me for the next series. So in this new series, I'll be interviewing all the course leaders each week, and also deputy heads of my schools, the Cambridge School of Creative Industries, and also the other two heads of school, Fiona and Joe. So thank you very much, Sally, for kicking off the series. It's been great to have you here. And I really look forward to inviting you back again another time and giving us an update and see how things progress.
Hey, thank you, James.